going through something profoundly weird, and I think it's just the norm. The norm is to have a diseased society, very diseased, and but what are we going to do? How do you save yourself individually without creating a support system full of individuals that know of that struggle? What struggle, Shauna? Well, something pretty fucking trippy going on this plane. And money is hooked into it. Money creates the inauthentic life and self. And a lot of people cannot see past it. That means they cannot see their authentic lives and selves. And I tried to make a video before this, and it ended up, I thought it was a great video, but it wasn't. I re-looked at it, and it's like, boy, yeah, not the last 3,000 or more like 6,000 on this particular video, computer is anything like emotionally stable, but now, see, I know, I'm being sure I know where it's all coming from with the Aquarius moon here. I'm being influenced by something. It's terrible. All I can do is like look at it. It's I'm being influenced by something, or it's an entity that is transferring up onto me a lot of their unconscious, unworked on stuff. And this is one of the most poisonous things that individuals can be for one another, called people there, that are in fact utterly unconscious, really unconscious. And this is evident in how that they what kind of quality relationships that they conduct. You know, let's listen to their conversation, good God, and let's look at the whole thing. But see, I'm what is called an ascending master. People know me from a distance, really. I'm talking about real live affiliates, my family, because they know my family, and they know just anyway. This is a very difficult experience here on this plane, wouldn't you say? But and so who's going to make it? Who's going to be able to help? See, you get the you get the impression that it's just talk about the individual. It's like, well, take your cross. There's Jesus over there, knows what to do. Do you have a way to tell people before you jump on that damn thing and get shish kebab? See, I don't really see it the way other people see it. I mean, they don't make any sense to me at all. If you can't just look at the obvious and see it for what it is and how it is, and know that there's a whole other side to the story of Christ, which involves symbolism that mainly shows you a fish, not the cross. So anyway, that's a big thing that I think communications-wise needs to come up, and I've made some videos about communications. And that's what I was trying to make this video, that I'm just not going to post it. And I guess I'm giving myself, no, what I'm doing is I'm doing 3 videos at a time, see, because I don't want this unconscious anger that is coming, it's coming from being transferred upon. See, people are handling me who are actually I think they've lived most of their life in a state of not only resentment and anger and frustration, but also moving more and more, being forced probably into the false self, which again, that's the backdrop of the system that is doing money. See, it's rare to find, see, people that work with their hands, I can cast, that make things custom, artists, they we all know they're not working for the government, right? And see, the government is what secures people more, and that's a total design. See, that's the non-human. See, you would think that, well, that's the club that people choose to form, and it's like, no, actually, that's the backdrop. You just, if you fail to become, I've talked about this before, but let's talk about it again. It's like the Channel 4 news around here. It has to be. If you failed to become a civilization, really one that knows love and works in contribution. They know you're looking at each other every day and you know where you are and you're farming, you're doing your own hands-on IQ level work that says, I know how to do this, you know, day in and day out because we need it. And it doesn't have to be reduced down to just this farming thing. No, babes, when you are advanced in love as a human consciousness, we are a technology that can be hooked up to other technologies that can self-organize in such a way that now, do you think the pyramids were really built by just aliens that we have no idea? Or was it just, we had technology that was operating better under a certain consciousness? Come on, let's have this conversation more, man. We have to expand more. If a blonde, poor chick over here getting maimed by this fucking systematic programming fucking shit, it's like it's hard to talk to the problem, right? It's hard to like confront the problem and have a conversation with it. Now, what do you mean? Well, I'm talking about the movie that you're in and I am in. It comes in the form of your relationships. It's supposed to be something, babe. I don't know. Thank God I have kind of a tail end or I caught the tail end of how it should be when you have a friend and then you're there because you both kind of have a sense of a profound sense of that you have a friend that is not just like chance. God has aligned you, the universe has aligned you, and of course it's not going to be all peaches and cream, but do you learn enough from it to say, now this is what's more valuable than what? See, there's people that result now, they result in, say, like with the marriage thing, that somebody gets stripped of their assets and their fucking money, and it's like, well, that's what it was worth, huh? But what was it? What is it? See, somebody is so fucking injured there that they think money is going to hold their whole creative lives together when really, no, it's your IQ level, it's your ability to be able to engage and make use of the dirt and the air and the sun and yourselves. I hate to sound so, I don't know what kind of motivational speech we're having. We can do some uh, astrology, and I feel that, okay, so the Mars transit, that's who I am as a Martian person, and we're having a major Mars thing go on, and see, we have a Mars Chiron square. That's been going on too. And now I'm getting familiar with that Chiron Mars square because I wasn't really taught about anything past Neptune or Pluto, but there is, or the nodes. See, that's what shows up here on the ephemeris. But see, but now on the bottom here, they do show where Chiron might be. Let's see if I can point it out really quick. I don't know if you guys look at it and read what's here. See, there's Chiron. It's trying to tell us. 24 degrees Aries. Well, that's in May. See, it's creeping along at the late degree Aries, babes, and I want to talk to all of the late degree Aries suns that have Chiron going over it. It might help you to go online and dial up all of the information found on what we have figured out what that entails. You know, it's a season, and as somebody who is an astrologer and ongoing, I'm part of that information field here as a humanity. Um, just talking about it helps log in throughout the universe about it. You know, you're on a web here anyway, whether you know it, like it or not. And it's good to belong to the higher ups, man, and just say, hey, you know, I surrender, you know, to the higher ups, you know, to be carried and remain buoyant along the ley lines of the truth. Pardon me while I get my glasses. Just looking at Chiron, yeah, you know, it's going to be a while. And so what's happening is that Mars is squaring Chiron. It's very painful. Mars is a warrior that is kind of trying to be healthy. It wants to just, it's going to really be aggressive. It's misunderstood. It is cutting things. It's going to be aggressive. It's the planet of war. You know, it alone is a malefic planet. But there's positive and negative sides to it. See, I defend it more as a part of humankind. It's necessary. It's the masculine. You know, there's the feminine and the masculine, and you cannot demonize both these people. I mean, by being a demon yourself, because that means you're a demon. What I mean is, it's like, well, guys, you guys, is there a harmonics to it? See, there's demonic, and then the opposite of demonic is harmonic. And it's a trip that the word harm is in there, but I know why now. It's because, well, we're looking at this realm, the world itself, what's stationed here, and what has been prevailing. I hate to tell you, just dialing in on it. If one person singularly ever does dial in on it, it's a sayonara. Bye and bye. Bye. I figured it out. I'm out of here. Get out of here. Kind of like Christ over there, because this is a wasteland. I hate to say it. It's they are imprisoning people that are just decent, actually the best in the universe probably, and we have a terrible, terrible lesson here. And I think that what stations here as the world that is here, it's just here as a backdrop, whatever is here now. See, we don't know. 250 years, New York was building its trash, and the whole system, how it's come about. All we can hear is this echo of the intention by these people that are wretched, really. And I don't claim any of them to be mine or anything. We are evolving here as trying to be here. As I say, it's better to understand it as a purely scientific, pure science. I'm watching my cat right now, and I'll probably have to spontaneously get up because I like to get her poops right away and scoop it out and get it out right away. And I'm still into observing her poops. Because she's had a problem about it, and well, she's just like my little baby. I'm gonna go and see what she's doing. She's kind of different. So thanks for listening, you guys. I don't know what to do. I think I'm doing right for us by, okay, first of all, using this medium as a protection system the way it's supposed to be used. If you can gather constituents at first, because that's where we're at. We're always complaining about our constitutional rights, which comes from having constituents. See, we can't trust that document was even ours. Who is ours? What are we? Who are we? What was it against and for? Did we ever establish that there was these parties? I don't know. Has it how do we keep it up and running as fresh as a daisy to where we know the right thing is still going on? It's not really a question. Yeah, pardon me while I go and do this thing with my cat. Hi, sweetie. Oh, she's so special. And throw the little nuggets out. See, if it's not love, or if it is love, write a book about it. Say something over it. Try to figure out how to convey something clear enough that a 5-year-old can confirm. The road ahead, the road that they are on, something familiar. Yeah, and here it is. It's coming. So this is Sunday that I put this video, and it's really important that I take care of myself. It's the same for you. Whoever is having this Chiron thing too, especially the late degree cardinal. Any late degree, which is Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. But the Aries people, now, I vouch that they're very sensitive people. And we have been going through so much. And just when you think that we've gone through enough, and enough was enough a long time ago, well, no, we've had Mars and Cancer. It's like we have been going through now talk about the pressure cooker that is very real. We do not like to be manipulated. We don't like to be lied to. We're just very frank and honest, upfront people. We do honestly. We just would like to align and make something work, and it's very hard. But therefore, yeah, it's tough. Mainly the human ecology, right? But we tend to mind our own business, and we would rather align with what we do healthfully, right? It's very hard to manipulate us into an unhealthy, toxic association. And I didn't just say, oh, we don't smoke cigarettes, or we don't drink beer and smoke pot and watch terrible movies or whatever, but After a while, no, we have a sense of humor. After a while, we're going to see some things. If we don't see it ourselves, then we're going to become miserable. And well, welcome to how it is to just to be a basic human being. You know what I mean? And if you lose sight on that first responder, which is your nervous system, it's the Aries. It's your capacity to just say no, thanks, or yes to it because it tastes good to the senses and everything. It feels good. There's a whole wide range of all of life, to tell you the truth, that we are navigating based in that. And if we miss that, uh, we are first of all putting on our bubble wrap, and we are not honoring our feelings. And then welcome to Cancer. Hello feelings. Well, did you get your cancer? And then how do you feel about it now? You did. Oh, you forgot to feel well. Is it stage 5? Bye. What happened? Oh my God, that was so sudden. There's only so much time here, and so what are we going to do? What have we done? I don't know. See, I might have been talking about it on this film. Yeah, is it on this film? Film about what this place is. How we really don't know the history of the earth, let alone mankind. All we can do is imagine based on what kind of echoes, and it kind of goes off into the distance. Profound, because what distances us um, from our own IQ level, really our own human potential, which is there's two things here. There's humans and non-humans, okay? And so humans don't have non-humans aren't capable of accessing their full potential, let alone even appreciating it in another in order to get that full potential. There is a system that protects them. I was trying to tell you. See, that system and these people and the whole mentality is designed to corrupt you. Hi, Jesus. Am I on track? Girl, try to get a different role. My role is well set in stone a long time ago. Okay. Good ventriloquism, by the way. Hey, do you like my... I didn't even finish building the piano there. Isn't that fucking terrible? I have been sadly disconnected from my music and my joy in life. And right now I can feel an old goat just going all secured up there with their whatever, saying, "Good, fuck your music and fuck your joy and fuck your love, fuck love." You get the idea that there is the club on earth, which is the world. It's just the general populace that treats love like shit. And they say, and join our fucking club. What is that? Oh, you got plenty of money, but you ain't got love. See, next you will start preying on, you will start using spells, kidnapping, all of these different things, stealing, just to get close to the human experience. That what it is to be human, babes, is bliss. I'm sorry if you don't know that, but it's having reached love. You want to talk about an organism? Better than sex with just people and your egos. It's an orgasm with the entirety of all of existence. Woo! If you've really achieved becoming human, that's the way it is. There's nothing like it. When you become enlightened, no sex is compared. You can go back there, you can dip into these things. It's just like eating. It's like, well, do you know how to do it right? Good God, come on now. Yeah, you don't go in there and trash the kitchen, man. I mean, a scrambled egg is a scrambled egg, but do you know how to do one easy over? Anyway, there's two sexes. Learn the two. I don't know. It's not mythical. I'm about to get into the story. Wow, minute 20. I'm glad I've made it kind of calm and collected. I'll put the other video that I'm talking about. Oh no, I'm not even going to put it on there unless I edit it. And the editing is becoming a bit troublesome to me because I'm being taken up. I'm effectively being scooped out. I'm fighting for my soul, and I'm now going to praise the people who know what I mean about this. What possibly might be happening with me. See, it's hard to tell unless I go in and I look at it, and it's like, no, babes, come on. And I keep trying to talk with the problem, about the problem, to the problem, to try and do healing. And I've tried a lot of things to try to reset it for me, to make it healthy and make it something that makes sense. And you can tell that this thing is just like, it just wants it to me to conform to it. And it's like, you know what? Stop. Stop. I can't lose everything here. Not quite like this, because what's more important, babes, you don't own any of this. What's more important is the quality of the human relationships that we are conducting. If we can't every day have a conversation, a back and forth that creates laughter and an eye to eye, if we can ease each other and we just kind of see transparently that we just know and that we anticipate something. I mean, we're not all perfect, but see, if you're getting a bad vibe and like you have to be there, I say, fuck that world. Get away from it. That is not a good place to be. And we do not want that exposure. We don't want to be around fucking creepy feeling people. And now I'm saying this because with the 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 Pluto in Aquarius, it's lighting up all of the problems that Taurus people could be having, Leos could be having, Scorpios could be having, and Aquarius. All of those people, fuck. See, I already knew this about the Taurus people. The Taurus people are, first of all, they're kind of shallow. They're too fucking, like, they are too fucking, like, having a picnic over there, right? It's too Sesame Street. It's like, babes, you're going to have to get real or you cannot play. And you're not really having real fun. See, now with those people that are kind of living in denial like that, and I'm not saying, see, now why am I picking on them? Because it's kind of like, well, what kind of a world do you want, Shauna? You don't want an easy, sunshiny, positive life. It's like, no, that's not what I mean. These people have taken it to a point of bypassing where they control all of that essence of the positivity and even what nurtures the children, like the I have, the good quality of things. It just is trashed. The real discipline it takes to maintain it is not really there. We all know that these people are steaming right under the surface. They are the most stubborn, fucking angry, least temperament. Right? The Tauruses are very classically bullies. They are angry right under the surface. That was my dad. And it's like my mom had to separate that away from that energy because he was so off the handle, raging. And that's the Taurus. The Taurus is going to move things with their anger and bully. And it's like, only girls can do that, babe. By the way, are you a woman? Well, they are happen to be Venus ruled, and there you go. Now, when I say that, babes, you will have to send a donation if I bother to tell you the story about what I'm talking about. That no, that's the woman's tactic. She's the one that on the center of her is a man. She's a warrior on the inside. On the outer is just this. She has to have this facade that is very. I don't want to say deceiving. It's apropos. Because she's got her shit together inside. She's like, no, I know how to handle blood. I bring life in here, and I can certainly fucking take it away if you want me to prove to you. Let's have dinner. No, that's not a baby's cry. I'm not fucking. What's money? My money! Babes, Chiron, square Mars right now. I hope you're grateful. I'm feeling it. I'm venting the way I should. It's just, the wounded warrior. The wounded warrior is Chiron, is the healer, the wounded healer. See, Mars is the warrior, and there's a square. See, now I can only explain from the point of how that Mars has been debilitated anyway in Cancer. It has not been fun. Not for any of us warriors who are Aries. See, Chiron is an Aries, and on top of the babes, if you're anywhere near 50 years old like I am, you're having a Chiron return. Life heading towards death. I mean, it could be around the corner. You don't know. I already know some people that are in really bad health right now. It's just the usual in the United States that by the time you're 40, you have your chronic illness and you're in the United States, babes. It's what do they say? It's like 1 out of 3 will end up unhealthy and will experience like 7 people around them croak of cancer and have it. That's totally man-made and fucking engineered, by the way. And a lot of our steaming shit that we come on here and people are just waiting to hear something is because of that. When are we just going to get down to it and say, how do we stop all of this? Well, I'm here to tell you also that it's going to happen in 2025, that it's going to be televised, that damn right we're going to stand up against something. How do we do it? How do we do it? Fucking A, man. Very few of us are going to be left, but we're going to be powerful enough to do it. By way of what? Well, it's kind of like that rooster out there. If it's just healthy and it's doing a mantra, and see, when it's televised, you can't just fucking kill these people. The children are going to see, somebody's going to see and say, who is doing that? And babes, do you want to reduce this place down to a fucking Martian landscape? It will be. Where are we going with this? Is this a forever fucking fight here where it's like you can see that, okay, I live in a forest area here that, well, somebody, a madman went and lit the place on fire. They're trying to just burn everything down um, well, we don't take care of the forest anyway, so a lot of the burnt material was just left standing, and then other stuff has grown in. It's like perfect for another even hotter burn. And point I'm trying to make is like, well, why aren't we present with the earth and how it looks here? It's all looking like so drab. And but now you have the maze of the city life, which is just a fucking mental imprisonment. Really, it's ran by the financial institution that's harnessing all of these inventions that are coming from otherworldly stuff, but they make the worst use out of it. And they toss the best stuff aside and say, no, not for these ones. We're being kept here, man. And see, but how do we break through? What's going to happen? I can't believe how, I mean, a lot of people are really feeling it right now. It's hard to have your feels on. See, I'm here to tell you that you have a private life of love that you should be focusing on. With the Mars and Cancer, sorry if this turns off, but I'm still going to tell you about it. Now, I'm going to be putting this on the Sunday, that is the what? The Sunday of February. We're going right, tearing through February, and it'll be the Sunday, it will be the 23rd, okay? I think I already have, I'll say, now this is going to be put on Monday. And I'm going to stick to it, I'm going to stick to these darn videos, and I'm giving myself a break. I need a lot of rest, and everybody does. Everybody does. Even through now that Mars has gone station direct, you're going to feel a surge of energy, but it's still in Cancer. And all you can do is continue to heal your wounds, to keep trying to heal your wounds. The danger is that you have surrounded yourself with entities, and in and of yourself, you are choosing to focus on your wounds and what keeps it just kind of being salted and feeding it salt and making it worse, when it's time to let go of people, places, and things that continues to alienate you from your own ability to just forgive and let live and heal. See, having said that, I'm flashing on a society that's like, Shauna, one of these days you're just going to shut up, because most people do not know how to forgive, let alone live. Or let live. It's a very, I'm getting this, the energy is coming through the air with Mars going to go station direct. It's already square to Chiron. It's been square, and now it's kind of just going slow. It's going to do one more final square, and you can look it up. Put a website on my page for this following, on my comment section, that says, I'm looking at your page, man. I looked up Mars square Chiron on YouTube, and here's all of the depictions, because we can know already. We can know. I wanted to talk about the free information highway, the way that they use that word, the free information highway. The language is very loose, but it's the same as just saying, we'll see that the first free information highway is reality, outer space. This moment now, it's more vast than what your camera can catch, but I'm in my own space here, and it's in the now, it's in reality, it's the same as yours, but You're not watching it in your now. You have a different now than this. When I post it, guaranteed it's not my now when I'm making this. Anyway, you should bother to contemplate these kinds of things. It might give you anxiety. The mind will go, where did we go? We went to nowhere's land. It's like we went to the land where you don't exist. That's all. It's called reality. Good God. So anyway, wow, how complicating can that really get the older that we get? That if you do not know, if you haven't picked up meditation, at least accidentally, you have a higher learning tool that you handle every day. Okay, now they took cooking away from you. A lot of it's taken away from you. They took my cat is opening the window. Usually I open the window and she watches birds outside. Anyway, I'm just agitating because I'm not out of the the irritation that it is to be locked into what is, I guess, what is called a codependent relationship. But I'm here to tell you that that's not an individual problem. That's not mine per se. I don't take it upon myself individually to like, oh, I know I have to crawl out of this. It's because of certain programming. It's because I fell a certain way. No, this is part of the spiritual warfare. Um, now, what are you going to do? See, these people are given power of position of power. Uh, they think they have only because they make money. It's the most disgusting thing to be hit by it. And I'm not fooled by it. It's just I'm at the stage of, well, I can't make an escape right now. But I will. I will. I know of this time frame that I'm on, and I know that I practice love, and I'm enlightened enough that it's like, no way, this person can't bring me down. This situation can't bring me down. I don't say this person as specific as a specific person. What's happening for me personally is very few, but whatever comes to me, it's like, no, babe, you're not it. You're just not here. I don't know. I don't know how to adjust. I don't know how to adjust. They don't know what to do either, right? I can tell that some people are coming here as love, and I don't want to sound like this. See, I'm doing the property owning thing, and I think I see what needs to be done, and I do see it. But I can't uh, ask for support soon enough, it seems. I want it to come from a totally random place. See, I was attacked, and I consider it an attack. Whenever somebody says, good luck asking for money on Facebook, that person's not safe for you. Basically, you can't depend on them for sweat if you really needed the moisture and you were thirsty and it was 200,000 degrees. They are not. See, I blocked that person. They live right over there. Is this the same video? Oh, did I tell you what's going to happen this year? People are just going to let God control them. What we're really saying, you narcissists that are confused about God, is they're going to start making their need for well-being control them. See, if you catch a whiff of something that is great and beautiful, you not only take the freedom to hold on to that for the rest of your life, you fight for it. It's a responsibility that's profound in you. You get that profound sense of responsibility by the age 3, by the way. It's installed. There's a programming that you have that practices freedom at all costs because that's your access to your own intellectual property. If your if your boundaries are broken in such a way and taken away, and you're limited in expressions at any time, especially spontaneously, that person is threatening your life, your education, and you are responsible tooth and nail. Age 3, by the way, you're practicing this. It's there, right there. And you are called honorary and all that stuff when you get all red-faced and because you're being told no at the worst time. By the way, you're forgiven if you don't know that fact, that there's a hyper-learning stage there, and you have no right to tell a kid no about anything. You don't have a right to be around a kid if your fucking main word is no all the time. Because the way that that kid got here was because the universe said yes. And the universe is a yes. Just put the E down on your eyes and you got a yes. Did you fucking open them and say, fuck no, I don't have a right to control anybody here or even think that I owned them. Not even my own kids. Phew. Imagine if you really knew that, then you would be able to turn it around on them and say, you know what, man, there's a certain time and a certain way to talk to your kids. And my mom was one of them, you know, if they have too much of an ego or something, I don't know, she picked the right time for me. I remember I was around 8 or 9, and she knew it was the right time. And I remember it was such a time where I was kind of like, I think I was sneaking around or something, right? And she said it was the right time to say this too. She said, and I remember the way she looked at me. She said, there is only one reality behind all realities. When it starts to open your mind into something else, which that's what it did for me. I was like, oh, I can't turn that off or on. That's the mind of God. Pardon me. Excuse me. And there's where I graduated into reality. There's only one reality behind all realities. Let's have this conversation. And that conversation is ages old. It's called Buddhism. And they think it's a religion. But no, we'll talk about God. Let's talk about words first, though, because God and reality is a word. They are the same.